What is up, ladies and gents? It's Fracture here with yet another StarCraft 2 ladder game. So, I'm going to be playing Protoss versus Terran on Yonsu Ellie. My opponent is going to be Mr. 12e name Hellfire. The 12e names. In the top right, at the 2 o'clock position, playing Terran in the blue trunks, and to the bottom left, in the 8 o'clock position, is me playing Protoss in the red trunks. So basically, this game is focused around my opening of going Oracle. Now, the Oracle is a really good unit in StarCraft 2. It's relatively, I'd say relatively cost efficient. I think it's like 150 and 100. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But it's relatively efficient, and it can do lots of economic damage to the enemy, because of the fact that it does tons of damage to light units, such as workers. The only downfall of the Oracle is the fact that it needs energy to shoot its laser of ultimate death. But, I mean, apart from that, it's a really good unit, and it's really useful to harass and make your enemy angry. It kills workers in pretty much like 1 second. It's just, that's how high its DPS is to light units. So it's a really good unit. But apart from the Oracle opening, pretty much it's like how I play standard for the rest of the game. There's nothing too important. It's me like going over the things I do. Now, the one weird thing that happens this game is like, I don't know, I guess this 12e I just want to call him a 12 because of his name. It just sounds so, I don't even know, like, yeah, it just sounds so but as I scout upwards, I see he builds a bunker here, and this is just like, I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's not a proxy bunker, it's in his base, and then 2 Marines come and shoot my probe in the face and rip probe. So I'm not entirely sure what he's doing with that bunker, because honestly, bunkers are pretty, like, unless you know, like, it's confirmed that the enemy is going an early aggression, which ironically in this game I decided to go for an early expand. Unless you know that the enemy is going like early aggression, there's no point to build bunkers, because in the late game they just get absolutely destroyed. There's like no point of having them unless you want like a bit of extra tankiness to support your army. I mean, if you're getting attacked and sieged and stuff. Yeah, but apart from that, bunkers are like early pretty useless. So I'm making some stalkers just for some early defense. I don't really play aggressive in the early game, because I think it's like one like mentality that I have, is that I assume the enemy's probably gonna have better macro than me in the early game, because I normally have like an economic focus. So if I go early aggression, I'll probably get my like forces wiped out by whatever kind of early defense that they have. So then it'll just be pointless to go early aggression, which is a stupid mindset which I need to work on. But, you know, Bronze League mindsets. So you queued up 2 siege tanks. Again, queuing up like units is not a great thing to do. It's probably a bad thing to do. And it's also good to chrono boost out your aura, like any unit that you want like relatively quickly. Well, that's obvious, but anyway, chrono boosting on Oracle gets it out really quickly, as chrono boosting does with most things. And yeah, making some extra pylons in case I get supply blocked. Really, the enemy now is just, he's already the macro or something, I don't even know what it is, but the 2 bunkers worth of like minerals could have been used much better. I think that's why he's so far behind. 60 to 42 supply right now. He's got how many workers? 13, 33. He's got 16 at his main, which is now wiped down because of my hero Oracle. This is raking in the kills. 11 kills already. Oracles are a beast against workers. Oh my goodness. So yeah, currently 68 to 32 supply. I mean, I end up rallying my other Oracle into the enemy base, right where he has Vikings, and it just gets shot in the rear. Sent to low health, but it's okay because it lives. That's all that matters. So I managed to stockpile a ton of minerals, which is because I was busy, I guess, not microing, because I can't micro, focusing on what my Oracle's about to do. And that definitely cost time from stuff. Okay, now that I no longer make any sense, basically just making some more units and stuff. He's trying to build back his economy, which got like absolutely destroyed. You can tell like the 2,000 minerals to the 100 minerals. I clearly have too much money. So, working on the ever important extended thermal lines, making tons of gateways because I mean, gateways are cool. I mean, I like gateways, so why not make 7 of them, I mean 6 of them at once, you know? Now that I have 10 gateways, I can reinforce my army much easier. So, basically, he's got his economy going, I mean, still pretty bad. Pretty much, like, over the course of the game, this enemy is just, like, okay, I don't want to say awful, that's probably too harsh, but, like, he's, really bad. Because, simply put it, like, the amount of units that he's getting out is, like, dare I say, pitiful. He has barely any units, and he, like, in his production, he's getting, like, the weirdest upgrades, like, high-sec auto-tracking. I swear, he hates oracles with a passion, like, I swear oracles must have done something horrible to him. They must have, like, murdered his family, and then, like, desecrated their graves or something. I mean, apparently oracles are, like, the most hated unit by this guy. So he's trying his hardest to kill the oracles. He probably has nightmares about them. He's like, wakes up in the middle of the night screaming his head off because an oracle just murdered him. But then it turned out that it was just a dream, so. Spooky. So he's making siege tanks, missile turrets, Vikings, just, I don't even know. Not any kind of standard build, that's for sure. No bio to be found anywhere. As you can see, not only if you click on an enemy unit, it'll show you like what the opponent's hotkeys are, or what your hotkeys are. You can see my hotkeys, 1, 2, 4, 5. I definitely need to use hotkeys more, but the enemy has no hotkeys, so you can tell he's a newbie. Just kind of a scumbag thing to say, but then again, it's relatively... I'd say it's relatively true, judging by his playstyle and all that. So, yeah. As you can see here, he's got his 2 siege tanks just sitting next to the ramp. I mean, siege mode, now that's too mainstream. What you gotta do is not use siege mode and just sit next to the ramp, because you're hipster, of course. And only hipster people do that, because, well, they're hipster. I mean, they just break the meta. They have no care in the world about anything, and they will just do whatever they want. Now, I'm gonna... See, I moved my oracles up a bit. At this point, things basically going through my mind is, if he doesn't have any missile turrets, I destroy his workers. If he does have missile turrets, they're sacrificial, and I might get some like vision of what they're doing, but it'll just be sacrificial anyway. I mean, oracles right now, they're just using up supply. I don't really have any use for them in terms of late game fighting or like any damage dealing. And like, well, I didn't notice that time, right? See, now this is where the 12 warp gates come into use, and I can warp in like 12 zealots because I have far too much minerals. But going back to the oracle thing, yeah, I'm trying to scout around. My first oracle's taken down. I try to run away because I'm dumb, and I should just run them in, seen as much as I could. Maybe they could have got past the field of missile turrets. Oh wait, no, they have high sec auto tracking. Yep. So no, I guess that wasn't happening. But I mean, pretty much at this point, it's 184 to 98 supply. Like, this is dumpstering at its finest. He's making battle cruise. Just look at this beautiful ring of one SCV building all these missile turrets, which is highly inefficient. But only bronze people can think of doing this because, well, they're bronze. So, yeah, as you can see here, this one SCV, he deserves a medal. He's like working so hard. He's probably working overtime just to make all these turrets. You know, he's gotta feed his family. It's really tough. You know, the economy is really hard. You gotta work overtime just to make a living. I feel sorry for that one SCV. But little does he know that his whole, I guess his base, his whole home is about to be completely destroyed by an army of evil robot alien looking things that'll burn his face off because Colossus are good. The point of that digression is he's probably screwed. But I got my probe to make some proxy pylons. you know, just to scout around and reinforce. As you can see, my pylon just instantly exploded, and at that point I knew, siege tanks. Because only siege tanks could reach that far and blow stuff up that dramatically. It was very dramatic, I must say. So, I pretty much just run into his base and see that he has absolutely nothing, or barely anything. And I'm only microing, I don't even micro anything, it's 1A. I select my phoenixes eventually, but yeah, pretty much it's GG already. I just reinforce and yeah, easy game, easy life.